Okay, so today we're going to be showing you how to take apart the Smith & Wesson M&P AR15. So let's get right into it. So the first thing you want to do is pop these two pins out, and just easier with these to just on the one side push them both out first just to get it started. And you can flip it back over and pull them out the rest of the way. And then these will come apart, and we'll do the lower in a bit. We'll start with the upper right now. So all you do is just pull the charging handle back, the bolt will come out with it. Okay, so now that we got the bolt out, let's disassemble it. So you want to flip it over. There's this pin here. You want to pull that out. Then you pull this forward and then push it back, the firing pin will pop out, and just pull it the rest of the way out. Then you want to still make sure this part is pushed back. There's this rectangle here, you can rotate it, pull it out, then the bolt will be fully disassembled. Okay, now we'll start taking the lower part. So if you see right here, there's this little pin type thing here. If you push it down, push this back, push it down, then you can pop this spring out, this part, and the spring will come out. And I'll take the trigger apart. So there's these two pins right here. Do this one first. Then one part will pop out. It's under pressure, so you might want to hold it. And then we'll get the other one. Pull this piece out. Then the trigger itself will pop out. That's the full disassembly. Okay, now let's start reassembling the bolt. So you want to grab your bolt in this piece. This pin will only go on one side, so make sure it fits in. It doesn't go on this side, but it does go on this side. So keep that in mind. So put this in, slide it back, then make sure the hole is lined up there. Then put this piece in. It'll only go sideways like that. Put it in, twist it perfectly perpendicular, then pull it back forward. Then you can put your firing pin down in this hole. Push that all the way down. And get this pin. Might take a few tries to get it to actually go in. Have to wiggle it around a little bit. Okay, so I got the pin in now. When you get it in, you want to make sure that you can't pull the firing pin back at all, because you might not have the pin good and you could pull it out. So make sure to check that. So now let's put the bolt, the charging handle back in. So put the charging handle, start it first, put it in the back, and then there's these two grooves on it, and they slide down right there by that circle. So get it part way in like that, then grab your bolt, it goes in this way. Get started, and then they both just push in like that. So the upper's done. Okay, we'll start doing the lower with the spring. This in the spring, and just thread it back in here. It'll lock back behind this pin again. So now let's do the trigger. Okay, so the trigger can be kind of a pain to do, so I'll show you it outside of the gun first, so you kind of get an idea how to do it. So this piece will go in first, and this will go just rest on top of it. It'll kind of go like that. And then you have to be able to push it down so that the holes line up. And then we'll be putting this pin through it. And then that's how it'll stay in there. So yeah, I'll show you how to do that now. So grab the lower, drop it in, this piece in this way. And then grab this piece, we'll go in this way. This one is also a pain to get in. You want to just line the holes up and then push the pin through. Okay, so I got the bottom piece in with the pin now. I'll put this piece on next. Make sure the spring is wrapped around this way. And so you put it, the two prong type things down this way, then bend it forward, and you'll have to make the hole that was on it line up with the hole that the pin goes in, which is also a pain to do. Might take a few tries. But it just so happened to get on the first one. But it can help if you lock the hammer back. It can make it a little bit easier. So now that we got the lower done and the upper, let's put them back together. So line this hole up with this pin. Push the pin in. Might have to wiggle it around a little bit again. So we got it. Then these ones should line up. If you fold it down and it'll go right in. Make sure it cycles. Make sure it's empty, and then you can test the trigger. Yep, it's good. It's a full disassembly and reassembly.